Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Happy to meet you the second day, which is equivalent to week 2 of the first term. So, this week, we are going to discuss about network topology. Although the last week lecture or yesterday's lecture was linked to today's lecture. So what are network topology? In computer networking, topology refers to the layout of connected devices. What is the layout or the way of arrangement? How does the connected device are arranged? How are they arranged? So when topology here refers to the layout of connected or the arrangement of the connected devices. There are two types of network topology. We have physical topology and we have logical topology. The physical topology refers to the layout of cables and network devices. Here it involves weight connection. That is why it is physical, what you can see. So we are using cable in order to connect the network devices. That is the physical topology. While in the logical topology refers to the virtual method of communication of the network devices. In this one, this is a wireless communication. We are no more using a network cables, but we are using a virtual method, which is a wireless. So types of network topology. Network topologies are categorized into three basic types. We have star topology, we have bus topology, we have ring topology. Now let's start with the star topology. As I mentioned last week, in a star topology network, the network devices are connected to a central point like a star. They are connected to a central point like a star. Look at the example here. We have our central point. All network users are connected to what? To the central point. They are looking like a star. So the central point may be a hub, switch, or a router. All these are networking devices and we are going to discuss about them in this class, inshallah. So all the individual network devices communicate with the central point. All these network users, as you can see from this picture, we're having 4 users. All these users, for these users to communicate to one another, they must communicate through the central point. So they are communicating through the central point. All their communications are through what? The central point. Thus, when the hub or the central point fails to work, the whole network will be failed and will be what? Will not work. But if other network devices fails, the network will still be operating without failed device. Because if network user 1 failed to work, stick 2, 3, and 4 will still work. So, but if the central point fails to work, the whole network will go down. But if one of the users fails to work, it won't affect the other users. They will still communicate with one another. So that is the concept of star topology. The next topology is bus topology. A bus network is connected together using a backbone cable. This backbone cable is the one to connect all the devices together. So look at the diagram. We have this cable, which could be a fiber optic cable, or twisted fair cable. So all these 6 users, they will be communicated to this dedicated link. That is the backbone link. So the backbone is a shared communication medium. Why? Because all these 6 users, network users, they are sharing this network cable. They are using it. So that is why it's called a shared communication medium, because all of them, they are sharing a single medium. So if one devices want to communicate to another devices, it will broadcast the message through the medium. Now all the network devices will see the message, but the one that has the address will respond, because they will see the message but they will not respond if the message is not their own. So only the receiver will respond to the message. So but when it broadcasts the message, the other users will still see what the message is all about. So that is the concept of bus topology. So a device wanting to communicate with another device on the network send a broadcast message onto the wire, that is the backbone cable, that all other devices will see. All other devices will see the message, but only the intended recipient, the receiver, actually accept and process the message. The last topology is star topology. In a it's a ring topology. It's a ring topology. In a ring topology, all the devices are connected together in a ring form. This is an example of a ring topology. All the devices are connected together in form of a ring. As you can see here, we are having 6 devices, and each of the device is connected to two neighbors. So they are in ring form. So what's the difference between star topology, ring topology, and the star topology? This is the ring topology. If one device fails to work, the whole network will go down. As in the case of star topology, if the network user fails to work, the network will still work, but it only fails to work when the central point fails to work. But in this case, if one of the user fails to work, because we don't have a central point here, the network users are the one communicating, going around in cyclic manner and communicating with one another. So if one of them fails to work, the whole network will go down. So they are connected, the devices are connected in ring form. That is, every device has 2 neighbors for communication purposes. So that is the end of the network topology. Now we are going to discuss about network devices. The network devices are the nodes, or nodes here refers to, it could be a computer, it could be a printer, it could be input, output device, whatever. Any device that is connecting to a network can be referred to as node of that network. So they are devices that aid connection and communication. These network devices, they are the one that help the communication to be established. Without these network devices, the communication will not be established, because they are the medium that join or establish the communication or make the communication reliable or liable. So the common network devices are as follows. We have hubs, we have modems, we have switches, we have routers, and finally we have network interface card, that is NIC. What are hubs? Hubs are mostly found in star topology. A hub is a device that connects all other devices in a star topology network together. So hub is not intelligent, as in the case of when you compare it with switch, because switch is more intelligent than hub. Why? Because we will explain when we are coming to switch part. Every other device connect to the hub through a single cable, so all other devices will be connected to the hub through what? Through a single cable, that is a hub. Now next one is modem. We are all familiar with modems. Modem is an acronym for modulator and demodulator. That is, MO stand for modulator, while DEM stand for demodulator. That is modem. So this is a picture of modem. It is a device that converts digital data to analog data and vice versa. So assuming now I have my computer here with me and I want to communicate to a friend of mine who is sitting in Kano. So I have my computer and I will have my modem, and I will attach my SIM card to that modem. That is the internet service provider, to enable me communicate with the person. So when I attach my modem to my computer, now if I want to send a message to him, the message will pass through that modem. So what I'm having in my computer is a digital data. So if I want to transfer it to the space, maybe through wireless communication, so that digital data will be converted to analog for transmission. So when that data has been received to the other end, maybe to when my friend receives the data, he will not receive it directly. He is also connected to a modem. So his modem will receive the analog data and it will convert that analog data to digital data for his consumption. So when I am sending, I am converting digital to analog for transmission. When he is receiving, his modem will convert the analog data to digital data. This is demodulator. Mine is modulation, his own is demodulation. So it is a device that converts digital data to analog data and vice versa. I hope this is on the. So the next is switches. As I mentioned, switches are more intelligent than hubs. A switch is a device that channels incoming data from any network device to a specific device that is the destination of the data. So the switch is intelligent in the sense that once you establish communication with it, it knows that, okay, this person has sent a particular packet or data to another device within my network. So if you want to send it another packet again, it will know, it will have a record that you send a data to one of my channel. But the hub is not intelligent like this. It will broadcast the message to all of them. So that is why switch is more intelligent than a hub. It's a device that channels incoming data from any network to a specific device. As you can see the word here, it channels the incoming data from any network to a specific device that is the destination of the data. Not all of the devices, but only the specific device, meaning the receiver. So this is an example of a hub, an example of a switch. This is the back side of the switch. The next networking device is a router. A router is a network device that connects two or more dissimilar networks. This is an example of a router. Now let us differentiate between a router and a switch. Switch is connecting devices of the same network, while router is connecting devices of different network. If you have two different network, you want to connect them together. So switch cannot achieve that. Only router can connect two different networks. For instance, now if you have a star network and a ring network, you want to join them together, you want to connect them so that they will be communicating with one another, so you can use a router. Or you have a local area network and a wide area network, you want them to communicate, you must use what? A router. So a router is a network device that can connect the similar network. Then the last network device is known as a network interface card. A network interface card is also known as a network adapter or LAN adapter or network interface controller. It's a computer hardware component found in many of our computer systems. It is used to connect a computer system to a network. Without this network interface card, your computer cannot connect to a network. So it's with the help of this network interface card that your computer has ability to connect to the network. This is a picture of a network interface card. So it is the card that possesses a network port where network connectors are plugged in before the system can be on a network. You can see that it is having a port and there is a place where we can plug in maybe RJ45 or your cable, so that if it is a LAN cable or if it is a wireless, still you can communicate through this network interface card. So this, without this card, network interface card, your computer cannot connect to any network. Thank you for listening. I'm wishing you all the best and success. See you in the next class.